our topic here, which is really simple. If you pay attention, it's really interesting as well. We are going to see additional assignment operators. For example, X, and we assign it 1. Normal assignment. While defining this variable, we just have assigned an initial variable. Or maybe we can say X is equal to X plus 1. Okay, fine enough. We did study in our last lecture. If you print it out, the value is going to be 2. We can reduce the size of this assignment expression. And what we can do is we can write X plus equals 1. So this is the reduction. What we did is we have removed the X from here. We removed it. And then we took our plus sign or any operation, operation which is in between these operands. These are operands, and this is operator. We took this operator and we just put it back before the equal sign. So it became X plus equals 1. Simple as that. I'm going to paste. So simple. And for you, you can see in the notes here on the right side. The same way we can use other mathematical operators. For assignment. So this actually is equal to X is equal to X minus 10. We just summarize it like this, condensed it in a shortened form like this. This one is equal to X is equal to X divided by 10, for example. Sorry. And the same here, remainder. So what happens is X is divided by 10, and whatsoever the remainder is there, it is assigned back to X. Mistake that so many people do here while doing this, the beginners, the students, the common mistake they do here is they put a white space in between plus or minus or this asterisk. They put a space in between these two operators. This is a single operator. This is not two operators actually. So if you put a white space, the compiler is going to recognize it as two operators have been applied. So this two characters operator is a single operator. And then we have in other languages too, as well as in C, C++, D language, Java, JavaScript, ActionScript, PHP, and many other programming languages. If we need to increase or decrease a number by just 1, you can use plus sign. For example, write it like this. It means it actually is equal to X is equal to X plus 1. Or maybe the shortest form that we had was this. So X plus plus means X increase 1 in X. Or maybe you can write it plus X. It has the same meaning so far. Let's write a quick program. Let's remove these two. Let's not assign anything to X. We say, let's assign it is equal to 10, for example. And then we say X plus plus. And then, let me write in the same line. Printf, because these are two statements and separated by the semicolon. So they're not going to be intermingled, and error is going to be created. So I say %d for printing decimal number. And let me put a slash n here so that it goes to next line. Okay. So the values increased by 1, which would be 11. Let's press Control D here so that the line is duplicated. Let's do it again. then do it plus plus x and remove this code. And the value is going to be 12. Of course, we know that. And then let's replicate the code here by applying minus minus, x minus minus. And we have this one decrement is going to be 11, of course. We do the decrement again by prepending this operator, and it's going to be 10 again. The output, of course, is being shown on the right side, if you can see. Or we can compile and run it and see the output. 11, 12, 11, and 10. This is the output that we already have written here. You remember example where we passed an expression, a complete expression to printf. If you do remember, I just have copied for you, I'll paste it here. We had this expression. You remember that in our last lectures. So let's do it with these plus plus and minus minus expressions within our printf statement. Instead of having these statements of increment and decrement outside the printf statement, let's have them within our printf statement like this. There you go. Okay. The same way, x plus plus, plus plus x. This is appending. This is prepending. This is again minus minus operator. This is a decrement operator. This is appending, and this is prepending. Now, what exactly would be the output? Output would be different, of course. Output is 10, 12, 12, 10. Why? Let me explain that to you. You must be wondering why it did the same thing, and instead of having these plus plus and minus minus statements separately, we passed them to printf and result is different. Why on earth this is happening? Well, C facilitates you to utilize your variable either before or after it is used anywhere within the statement. Printf is using variable. This printf is using this variable for printing, and the difference between these two statements is because one is appended and the second is prepended. So the plus plus, as you can see on your right side in the notes, x plus plus means increase x by 1 after its value has been used by the parent statement. And what is the parent statement of this x? This expression has a parent statement with it is being used, and that is printf. Printf is the parent statement. So x plus plus means because it is appended, it's after the x. It is after the x. This operator is put after the x. That means the parent statement is going to use the x. And then after it is being used, the statement is going to execute and the value will be added to it. The same way, plus plus x means increase it before the parent statement uses it. This was increase by 1 after the parent statement has used this variable, and prepending or using as a prefix the plus plus operator means that increase before the parent statement is using this variable. The same way, the minus minus is also going to apply after the statement has used it, the printf has used it, and before in here minus minus is prepended. That means x would be increased prior to the use of printf statement. X would be decreased before the printf statement has used it. In here, let me explain it again. Just once. Let me separate them. Appending means increase by 1 after the parent statement, which is printf. I wouldn't repeat parent statement. I would say printf. Increase x by 1 after the printf has used it, which was 10, of course. So the 10 would be printed out. And then after it has executed, the value would be increased. Then we say printf, and then we say plus plus x. Increase it. It was 11 already, but the printed out version was 10 in here. It was 10 because the increment happened after the printf statement used the x. Then in here, the value was 11 already. And then we said x should increase before the printf is using it. So it was 11 and it turned out to be 12. And then x was printed out. It became 12. Then in here we said x should decrease by 1 after the statement is executed. And the printf has used the variable x. So the x increased after the printf statement was executed. Decreased, I mean. The x was decreased after the printf statement has used it. So it was 12 already, and 12 was printed out, and then after the statement, it was decreased. It became 11. Now when we came here, we said decrease the x by 1, and then parent statement can use it. So it was already decreased to 11. Then in here, we decreased it to 10, and then it was provided to the printf statement, and the 10 was printed. So when x plus plus and plus plus x, or the x minus minus and minus minus x are used as a separate statement, they are no different. As we've seen previously, if they are used separately, they have no different meanings, they are same. So if you write it like this, or plus plus x, these are two separate statements, individual statements, and they are absolutely equal at this time. But when they are used within a statement, or maybe assigning, I'm just writing an imaginary a statement. I say plus plus x. I say plus plus x multiplied by 10, for example. So practically the x is going to increase first, and then it would be multiplied by 10 and assigned back to my value. I hope it did make sense. If you have any questions, you're most welcome. You're ready to shoot in the forum that we have for this lecture. Thank you very much.